my candy ready for tonight. So I'm just figuring out which ones to put on me.
How do you get them?
There's actually like a way to trade them, and it's through PLUR, this right here, PLUR. Basically what it stands for is peace, love, unity, and respect. So you go peace, love, unity, respect. And then this person would put it onto their wrist, that person would put it on.
And so all of these came from other people?
Yeah, pretty much.
So part of the reason we're going to this rave is to get some video footage in the field for our dramatic arts class, which is performance studies. So we're going to see how a rave and performance are like, and we're going to use readings by Victor Turner and Goffman to kind of understand the performativity of this event.
For the actual setup of our video, we decided that we're going to do, first and foremost, footage in the field.
So at the rave?
Yeah, at the actual rave. And then what we're going to do with the editing of our video is we're going to cut out to us talking about it later on, which we plan to do either tomorrow or the next day, just so that we have enough time to sort of
process and think about how the event is performative.
Mm-hmm. We hope you enjoy our footage and our time throughout the rave.
And we invite you to come along with us and enjoy whatever you see. And we hope you agree with our decisions in how we apply it to performativity. Yes. To go to my first rave.
Are you excited?
Super excited. So, like, what should I expect? Like, I'm kind of nervous. So.
No, okay, don't be nervous. Expect the music to be really loud. The bass is gonna be disgustingly
Heavy.
heavy. Yeah.
Like, I'll feel it in my chest and like everywhere.
For sure, 100%. There's gonna be a lot of people.
Alright, so you've just witnessed the first stage of our video where we were walking out of the house, driving in the car to the rave, and you probably saw me asking Jess a couple questions. We related this to the preliminal stage of the Victor Turner kind of method of looking at performance studies.
So there's basically 3 stages in his ritual process. So the first stage is preliminal. The second stage is liminal, and then the third stage is post-liminal.
Okay.
In terms of the actual trade, the liminal phase is when sort of the work of ritual takes place, which in this case was Naomi getting her first piece of candy, the little bracelets that you saw in the cutout.
Mine's still on!
And so in this sense, Naomi was pretty much the sort of blank slate or tabula rasa.
Yeah, so I had no idea what I was going into, what to expect. Just did provide me some background information kind of with me leaving Brock, but I still didn't know what I was getting into, so that was definitely a blank slate when it came to that.
So basically within the liminal phase, it sort of dismantles any previous knowledge that you had and sort of puts you in a very vulnerable position.
Yeah.
Did you feel
Yeah,
that
for
way?
sure.
Yeah.
There was definitely like vulnerability there because I didn't know. It's totally new experience.
Yeah.
Felt like a young antelope or something.
Did you feel that there was a social bond?
Yeah, once
formed?
I got that first like piece of candy, it was like, oh, I'm part of this community, I'm being welcomed.
It was definitely something that Victor would describe as communitas, which is basically sort of a cultural intimacy or a new social responsibility that you became a part of, because I guess in that moment of the trade, all social hierarchies or powers were sort of
so
out
like
of the way.
even within the trade, I would say this quote fits pretty well, where liminal entities are neither here nor there, so I wasn't either or. They are betwixt between positions assigned and arrayed by law, custom, convention, and ceremonial. So I hadn't taken place at the ceremony yet, but it was coming, such as their ambiguous and intermediate attributes expressed by a rich variety of symbols in the many societies that ritualize social and cultural transitions. So there was definitely a bit of a ritual, a social cultural transition there when you first get the candy. It's like, That's the ritual. That's the
Yeah.
piece that makes me part of the community.
Yeah.
We want to talk a bit about setting and how setting plays a key role to Goffman, how the performance really takes place in the setting, and the setting is super important to the performance.
So we actually got that example from the performance study reader, and it's on page 64 at the very top here, and it says,
A setting tends to stay put, geographically speaking, so that those who would use a particular setting as part of their performance cannot begin their act until they have brought themselves to the appropriate place and must terminate their performance when they leave it.
So I would definitely say that happened. We went to Toronto to go to this rave, and it definitely didn't start until we had the setting, the set, the decor. So in this case, the lights, the sound, the blackness of the space, and the people. They're part of the set too, I would say, for sure.
So much fun.
Yeah, was it good? Okay.
We'll have to do it again for sure.
Okay, I'm glad you had fun.
It was a good experience.
we just saw our final stage, which is the post-liminal phase. And so basically what that is sort of us as participants were reintegrated back into society with sort of a newfound sense of understanding for the culture that we just took place in.
Definitely a new sense of community as well, because like with my experience of clubs, not so much raves, you don't really talk to too many people besides the people that you know.
Yeah.
The exchange of candy, you definitely get a more community sense.
Look at all the candy!
But I remember each trade, and so I feel like I have a connection with those people, and then integrated back into society, I have a better understanding of what a rave is like, as well as the sense of community that comes from.
We hope that the Brock students and Natalie enjoyed this.
As well as Kim and the Western students.
Yeah, if you guys have any questions or comments or anything like that, leave them down below, and we would love to read them and get back to you on them. But other than that, I think that's it, and this is where we wrap it up.
All right. Peace.
Bye.